Hi there, welcome to your College and Scholarship Planning Essentials course. I am Jordan Shanda. I'm the founder of Scholar Prep, where we help parents and students prepare for the college and scholarship application process. I will be your instructor, so today I want to take a little bit of time to introduce myself, tell you my story, and then we will get into how this course is organized and what you can expect over the next several modules. So my mom and I started Scholar Prep a couple of years ago based on our personal experiences with the college and scholarship application process. When I was in high school, I invested a lot of time and a lot of effort into filling out applications. And while I was very successful and ended up receiving about $50,000 in scholarships, it was an extremely stressful process. Afterwards, I found myself saying things like, well, I wish I would have known this, or I could have gotten even more money if I would have done that. And during that same time, my mom was reviewing applications for some local scholarship boards. So she was seeing what students were doing wrong, which parts of the applications they were really struggling with the most, and even seeing several scholarships go completely unawarded because not a single student applied. So it quickly became obvious to her that there was a wide gap between students who knew how to fill out the applications and those who seemed to have no idea what was involved and had very little information to put on the applications themselves. But if you want to know the real inspiration behind Scholar Prep, it would be my little brother Jet, who is 7 years younger than me. As my mom and I were learning all of these lessons about college and scholarship applications, I kept telling her, well, make sure you do this differently with Jet, and don't forget to keep track of that, because we didn't want him to make the same mistakes that I had. So we began writing down all of these lessons that we had learned so that he would have an easier time with the process. And by the end of it, we had put together a binder with all of this information arranged into categories, complete with folders for keeping everything organized. And my mom began sharing my brother's binder with other parents and found that they were extremely thankful because they didn't know any of this information either. Most of them thought that the high school counselor was taking care of this, but it turns out that counselors are extremely busy with other job responsibilities like standardized testing, interpersonal issues, and they just don't have the time to work one-on-one with students, especially early on, to help them create a college prep plan and ensure that they're prepared for the application process when it comes time for them to fill out applications senior year. So we decided there has to be a better solution to this problem, but we couldn't find anything out there that was already helping parents and students prepare without stress, without getting overwhelmed, and without missing out on opportunities. So we created our Scholar Prep Organizer, which is a comprehensive college planning and organizational system for parents and students. It covers every section that a student will encounter on a college or a scholarship application. It provides helpful tips and information, helps you set goals, and track everything that you'll need when it comes time to fill out applications. It will also keep track of all of your college application materials and keep them organized into folders so that everything is together in one place. But after working directly with families, we found that parents and students were needing a little bit more than this organization and tracking system. They needed some help creating a custom college prep plan to ensure that they were doing all of the right things during high school to create a competitive application. So in order to reach as many students as possible, we created this College Planning Essentials course to help reduce the financial burden on families and to help you create impressive applications. Over a series of modules, we will help you put together your perfect organizational system that you will use to prepare for the application process. We will also provide you with brainstorming activities to identify your interests, passions, and unique qualities so that you can effectively focus your time during high school. The planning and preparing doesn't have to be stressful or boring. It can actually be fun because you will be deciding how you want to spend your time during high school, so you'll be doing the things that you actually enjoy. On top of that, many of you chose our Essentials course bundle, which includes one of the comprehensive Scholar Prep organizers that I mentioned earlier. That really is the ultimate companion resource to this course. It's the gold standard in do-it-yourself college planning, so it will take care of a lot of the tracking and organizing for you. Also, on top of that, we have our premium course bundle, which includes a one-on-one college planning session to talk through any questions you may have and to get more hands-on, one-on-one support while you're putting together that college prep plan. So by the end of the course, no matter which bundle you chose, you will have the inside scoop on how to stand out against the crowd of applicants, and you'll be well on your way to creating impressive applications. So let me tell you a little bit more about how the course is organized and what's included and what you can expect. Within each of the 7 modules, there will be a series of lectures. These lectures will always be introduced by a video, just like this. You will then work through each lecture, which will include downloadable checklists, activities, schedules, and resources, and usually an assignment. It's very important that you complete all of the assignments and that you finish each lecture before moving on to the next. To make things a little bit easier, we have included a downloads module at the very end, which will include all of those materials and resources in one location. This will allow you to easily find them again if you need to print another copy, rather than having to look through all of the lectures to find the one that you need. If you need help as you're working through the course, or if you experience any technical issues, simply send us an email at info@scholarprep.org describing the issue in detail. If you purchased a package that includes a one-on-one session, we recommend waiting until you have gone through at least the first 4 or 5 modules before scheduling your session. This will ensure that you receive the most value from your session because we won't have to go through a lot of that information that's in the course. We encourage you to also make a list of questions as you go through the material because the one-on-one session will be the perfect time to talk through these questions. If you did not purchase that option that included a one-on-one session, but you decide that you would like one, simply send us an email and we will help you get that scheduled. That covers the introduction to the course. Please feel free to ask questions in the comments below or via email at info@scholarprep.org. But before I go, I have an assignment for you, but don't worry, it's an easy one. First, introduce yourselves in the comments below. We encourage you to provide the specific information we have listed in the prompt above the comments section, but feel free to add anything that you feel is necessary. We want to get to know all of the parents and students in our course, and we hope that you will all get to know each other as well. To help with this, please join our private Facebook group. This is a great way to get to know other parents and students taking the course. It's also one of the best ways to receive additional support through the planning process. So that's it. In the next module, we will cover how to create your perfect organizational system. That is a really important module for both parents and students to participate in because the organizational system that works for a student may not be the best system for a parent. So we're going to help you figure out what the best system is for you and how you can work together. We'll see you then.